Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to the Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Oyi Agmofwebe. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air all night concerts. President Bola Tinubu has appealed to Nigerian graduates to exercise patriotism and avoid the temptation of seeking greener pastures across the country. The president made the appeal in his address at the 29th and 30th combined convocation ceremony of the University of Uyo, held at the institution's permanent ground, Akwa Ibom. Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Owonari Georgewill, charged the graduates to be agents of change by utilizing their knowledge and tools in solving societal issues for betterment of the country and the world at large. In another development, President Bola Tinubu, alongside the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, ministers and heads of agencies have departed Abuja for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, to attend the Joint Arab-Islamic Summit, scheduled to commence on Monday, November 11, 2024. Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says the summit will be held at the invitation of King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and follows last year's summit in the same Saudi city. It will focus on the current situation in the Middle East. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has foiled attempts to smuggle illicit drugs to the United Kingdom, discovering them hidden in parcels of tiger nuts and bags of groundnuts. The agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Adefemi Babafemi, while sharing videos on X.com, also warned against accepting packages without thoroughly checking their contents. Edo State's Governor-elect Monday Okpebholo has accused the outgoing Governor, Godwin Obaseki, of doing everything possible to frustrate a peaceful transition of power ahead of his swearing-in on Tuesday. This was in a reaction to Obaseki's earlier statement, where he said he is yet to get the invite for the swearing-in ceremony of Okpebholo scheduled for Tuesday. This was disclosed in a statement signed by his media aide, Gospower Inegbe, in Abuja. Obaseki had alleged that the governor-elect and his party, the All Progressives Congress, were planning his inauguration without consulting or involving the state governments in the preparation. The governor condemned the planned action, which he said is lawless. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has banned the Western Nigerian Security Network, codenamed Amoteku, and Vigilante Corps, among others, from participating in Ondo governorship election. No fewer than 17 political parties will participate in the election scheduled for November 16, 2024. In a statement released by force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi, the IG ordered the deployment of officers from various specialized units, including the Special Intervention Squad, Police Mobile Force, Counter-Terrorism Units, Special Protection Units, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Units, and K9 Units, among others. He noted that aerial patrols would be conducted with police helicopters, while gunboats would patrol the state's waterways and riverine areas to ensure security across all terrains. Defense Headquarters DHQ says troops deployed for counter-terrorism operations have eliminated a total of 169 terrorists and arrested no fewer than 641 suspects in various theaters of operations. DHQ stated that 70 of the terrorists were killed in Kalarama, Borno State, by airstrikes. A statement by Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Buba Edward, also says several terrorists were dislodged from their hideouts. A tragic road accident has claimed the lives of 15 people in Meruwa village along the Funchua-Sakato Highway. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, described the incident as avoidable and preventable, attributing it to poor vehicle maintenance and driver negligence. A statement by the Corps spokesman Olusegun Ogungbemide says the crash occurred around 11 a.m. when a Toyota Hiace bus loaded with passengers from Kano suffered a tire burst, causing the driver to lose control. The bus collided head-on with a Sino truck operated by the Dangote Group. The impact led to multiple casualties, primarily among bus passengers. The Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, has donated 5.5 million naira to Borno State to assist in the recovery of Borno radio and television after the flood that devastated the state capital, Maiduguri, leading to loss of lives and property. Chairman of the organization, Abdulhamid Salisu, accompanied by other officials, presented the support to Governor Babangana Umar Zulum in Abuja. He informed the governor that they visited to commiserate with him and the people of the state over the flood and contribute to the recovery of broadcast media in the state. Governor Zulum, in his response, commended the organization for the donation, saying it would go a long way in the recovery of the state's media outfit. Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, has urged youth in Nigeria to always believe in the nation and support Nigerian-made products and services. The first-class monarch stated this when former military head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, and the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Diocese, Matthew Kuka, visited the newly completed Ojaja Park in Akure, Ondo State capital. Expressed that everyone should have a strong passion for Nigeria and locally made products. The federal government, through the Ministry of Water Resources, has allocated approximately 4.4 billion naira to revive 3 abandoned dam projects across the country. This is in a bid to mitigate flooding and boost hydropower operation. The 3 dam projects are the Farin Ruwa Multipurpose Dam in Nasarawa State, the Ogbase Multipurpose Dam in Ekiti State, and the Mangu Dam in Plateau State. Nasarawa State government initiated the Farin Ruwa Dam project in 2003 to generate 20 megawatts of electricity and stimulate socio-economic developments in the northern region, but was abandoned for nearly 2 decades due to funding constraints. However, in May 2024, the current Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Youssef, stated that the government had included the dam project in the 2024 budgets and construction is ongoing. As part of measures to cushion the effects of hardship on citizenry, the federal government has been urged to declare war and feed insecurity. National President of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Bishop Francis Waleoke, made the call at the end of the executive meeting of the fellowship in Abuja. While expressing faith that God will lead Nigeria out of its current challenges into prosperity, he says the fellowship has declared 40 days of prayer and fasting to address the hardship facing the nation. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, has called for urgent and comprehensive action to address the rising tide of crimes involving juveniles in the country. Egbetoku, speaking at the inauguration of the Steering Committee on the Implementation and Execution of the annual IG Conference on Juvenile Crime Prevention and Control Projects in Abuja, says efforts must be made to address the root cause of the problem, which he noted stemmed from the family. Represented by the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation Department, Mohammed Dankwara, Egbetoku says their involvement in criminal activities has devastated communities across the nation. A new armed group known as Lakurawa has reportedly killed 15 people and rustled over 100 cows in Mera town of Ogie local government area in Kebbi State. The group reportedly invaded the town as people were getting set for their Friday prayer and made away with over 100 cattle. The people of the town, on hearing this, were said to have mobilized in their hundreds and pursued them to the bush in a bid to recover the cows. This led to an exchange of gunfire between the locals and the group, resulting in the deaths of 15 townspeople and 2 members of the Lakurawa group. You're watching a live broadcast of Media News on Global Television, coming to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the news returns, Pakistan railway bomb blast kills at least 25. We have those details as well as business and sports stories for you after this break. Please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now let's turn to business. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has announced plans to introduce reforms aimed at enhancing tariff transparency in the telecommunications industry. Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, disclosed these while speaking at the 93rd Telecoms Consumer Parliament in Abuja. He said these changes set to roll out in the coming months will require telecom operators to provide consumers with clear, easily accessible tables counting and outlining tariff plans, billing rates, and the terms and conditions associated with their services. He further stated that the initiative is part of the Commission's ongoing efforts to address consumer concerns over data usage and billing complexities, which have been prevalent in the industry. The Dangote refinery and petrochemical is set to begin fuel exports to South Africa, Angola, and Namibia. A highly credible story said that, and the management of the 650,000 barrel per day capacity refinery is at advanced stages of talks with the countries to start lifting fuel. Let's turn to other business story for you now quickly. Gaza's civil defense agency says 30 people, including 13 children, have been killed in Israeli strikes on 2 houses in the north of the Palestinian territory. The first strike early Sunday hit a house in Jubaila, northern Gaza, killing at least 25 people, including 13 children, and injuring more than 30, according to the defense. Since October 6, the Israeli military has been engaged in withering air and ground assault on areas of northern Gaza, including Jubalia, saying they are seeking to stop Hamas militants from regrouping there. Another strike on the Subra neighborhood of Gaza City killed 5 people, with others still missing in the aftermath, civil defense said. Meanwhile, the United States prosecutors have announced charges over the alleged plot by Tehran to assassinate President-elect Donald Trump, according to Iran's foreign ministry, describing it as a totally unfounded accusation. The foreign ministry spokesman Ismail Bangay in a statement rejected allegations that Iran is implicated in an assassination attempt targeting former or current American officials. Senior U.S. officials have reportedly said Washington will no longer accept the presence of Hamas representatives in Qatar, accusing the Palestinian group of rejecting the latest proposals to achieve a Gaza ceasefire and a hostage deal. In an anonymous briefing to the Reuters news agency, the officials said the Qatari government had agreed to tell Hamas to close its political office 10 days ago. Hamas have had a political base in Doha since 2012, reportedly at the request of the Obama administration to allow communication with the group. The reports have been denied by Hamas officials, that's according to Qatar. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has appointed U.S.-born Yachiel Litta, an official who previously served as chief of staff in the finance ministry, as the next Israeli ambassador to the United States. Netanyahu said in a statement that Yachiel Litta is a highly capable diplomat, an eloquent speaker, and possesses a deep understanding of American culture and politics. His appointment came 3 days after Donald Trump's election to a second term as U.S. president, celebrated by many Israelis because of his strong support for the country. And now to sports. Fenerbahce have emerged as Victor Osimhen's latest suitors after Jose Mourinho told the club management to roll up its sleeves to snatch their Nigerian striker from Turkish Super League rivals Galatasaray, where he is currently on a season-long loan from Napoli. Reports say Mourinho desperately wants to add Osimhen to their ranks, noting that Fenerbahce are ready for such a big move, which they will insist on. Osimhen's imperial displays for Galatasaray have left a litany of top clubs on his trail, including Chelsea, while a big money move to Saudi Arabia in the summer is also weighing strongly in the balance. Nigeria internationals Demola Lookman and Maduka Okoye will face off in crucial Serie A clash as Red Hot Atlanta holds strongly Udinese in a game week 12 fixture at the Jawel Stadium in Bergamo. The counter will pit Lookman, who has been in scintillating form with 8 goals this season, against Super Eagles goalkeeper Okoye, who is looking to bounce back from a disappointing own goal in Udinese's 2-0 loss to Juventus last weekend. Lookman heads into the match brimming with confidence after scoring in Atlanta's impressive 2-0 Champions League victory over Stuttgart at the Mercedes-Benz Arena on Wednesday. The 27-year-old forward has been instrumental in Ladier's recent surge, which has seen them go unbeaten in their last 9 games, winning 7 and drawing 2. And that's your midday news, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, on Global Television. Just a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV 365 and Star Times 276, free to air on Nightcomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles as you now find on your screen. I'm Uyag Mofwebe. Thank you so very much for watching. This is Global Television.